Good afternoon, everybody. We have discussed Ayurveda. The second Upaveda is what is called Dhanurveda. Dhanurveda deals with the spiritual sciences like Purusha deeds, duties, Purusha Shastra, and material sciences like civil, military, defense, war, and politics. So this science basically deals with these aspects. Ramayana, Mahabharata, we can see the great deal of light that is thrown upon this science, especially the description of battles in Ramayana, Mahabharata. The most ancient books of Dhanurveda are not available, but some books are available. They are called Dhanurvedi, uh, Daruna Vidya, Kodanda Mandana, and Dhanurveda Samhita. So these texts are available on Dhanurveda. So Dhanurveda is a science of archery and military arts and weaponry. It's a military science which is mentioned in Rigveda and Athreya Brahmana. So Dhanurveda is a science of archery. The Dhanurveda deals with military affairs and weaponry, and it's a science that is mentioned in Rigveda and Athreya Brahmana. It is also known as Shastra Vidya, and it is originated from Yajurveda. So this Ayurveda can also be called as Shastra Vidya, and it is originator from Yajurveda. It deals with Shastra and Astra, that means weapons which are used with one's hand in war, such as swords and maces. And Astra means weapons that are shot like arrows. So Shastra, Astra. And Dhanurveda also deals with manufacturing and training military with weapons. And a text Dhanurveda Samhita that belongs to the later period of Vedic age. So this information is all about Dhanurveda. Dhanurveda is a Upaveda that deals with the spiritual sciences like Purusha Shastra, deeds, duties, etc. It also deals with material sciences like civil, military, defense, war, and politics. Ramayana, Mahabharata are the best examples. So we can find the great description of battles, which is an example of Dhanurveda. And the most ancient books on Dhanurveda are not available, but some books are like Dhanurvedi, Daruna Vidya, Kodanda Mandana, and Dhanurveda Samhita. These texts are available on Dhanurveda. Dhanurveda is science of archery, military, martial arts, and weaponry, and it's a military science that is mentioned in Rigveda and Athreya Brahmana. It is also known as Shastra Vidya, that is the originator from Yajurveda, and this Ayurveda deals with Shastra and Astra. Shastra means weapons which are used with one's hand in war, such as swords and maces, and Astra means weapons that are shot like arrows. And Dhanurveda also deals with manufacturing of weapons. It also training with the weapons, and it takes Dhanurveda Samhita that belongs to the later Vedic age. And another Veda, another Upaveda is what is called Gandhara Veda. Gandhara itself, Gandhara means you can find the word Gandhara means musicians, music. It is a science of music derived from Samaveda. Already, I think we discussed in Samaveda. Samaveda is a collection of summons or chants. So, with the help of musical instruments, we can or spell out Samaveda mantras or Samaveda chants. According to this tradition, the Gandharas are expert musicians of abode of Devas, Swarga, and it is believed that there used to be work of Gandhara Veda with 30,000 verses and music which is available now. So there is a work with 30,000 musical verses. So the book is available, the text is available. Gandhara Veda deals with the musical and sacred performing arts, and it is derived from Samaveda. And Samaveda includes vocal and instrumental music, dance, and drama. And there are 7 swaras from which ragas are produced corresponding to the time of day and season. The ragas create astonishing physical, psychological, and spiritual effects like sa, ri, ga, ma, pa, da, ni, sa. And the ragas and the 7 swaras notes from which ragas are produced corresponding to the appropriate time of day and season. The ragas create astonishing physical, psychological, and physiological and spiritual effects on human bodies or human life. And Bharata Muni's Natya Sastra is an exemplary text on music and dance and drama in Indian performing arts. Another Veda is what is called Shilpaveda. This is the fourth Veda among all Upavedas. Shilpaveda is also called Stapatya Ati. It deals with the architecture and various art forms. According to Shukra Niti, there are any number of arts, but 64 arts are considered art to be the more important things. It deals with the Hindu science of a sacred architecture and the architect. And traditionally, there are 18 teachers of architecture to whom Stapatya Veda was taught. The most renowned of Stapatya Veda or Shilpa Veda is Vishwakarma and Maya. Vishwakarma, the architect of Devas, and Maya, the architect of Asuras. The important science from Yajurveda, this science is imported from Yajurveda, and Hindu mandirs were built in different forms or styles like Nagara, Dravida, and Vesara in all these forms. Thousands of mandirs in India still stand and has a majestic look and remains of ancient Stapatya Adi or Shilpa Sastra. It includes Indus Valley civilization had a great in architecture, and Ajanta. Some of these Ajanta Ellora also are the famous examples of Indian architecture, and Buradishwar temple and some of the ancient temples are the best examples of Shilpa Veda. And some of the ancient books on architecture are available. They are called Bruhat Samhita, Manasavara, Samarangana Sutradhara, Maya Mataji Patas Sastra, and Artha Sastra. Some of Puranas like Agni Purana, Matsya Purana, Padma Purana are the best examples of Shilpa Veda or Stapatya Ati. The last Veda is what is called Artha Veda. Artha Veda is a science that deals with the social, economic, and political systems. In the early medieval times, Artha Sastra was authorized by Chanukya. Actually, Artha Veda is a Upaveda that deals with the social, economic, political systems. In the early medieval times, Artha Sastra was authored by a great Vedic scholar Chanukya. In ancient times, Artha Veda meant the book containing the knowledge of material wealth and how to acquire it. The best example of the best work on Artha Veda is Artha Sastra written by Kautilya or Chanukya in 372 BCE. Kautilya was also known as Chanukya, and Vishnugupta, he was the key advisor of the king. He was the key advisor to King great Chandragupta Maurya 340 BCE. Kautilya's Artha Sastra has its roots in Artha Veda. This work has 6,000 slokas that deals with 180 different topics like politics, law, and economics. It is one of the most ancient, brilliant works in the world. In addition to economics, it also covers subjects such as relations with the enemy states, preparation of army for all the types of combat, revenue collection, formation of judiciary and judiciary system, and discharging of justice. So Artha Veda deals with several topics like this. So these are the 5 Vedas in Upavedas: Ayurveda, science of life; then Dhanurveda, science of war; and Shilpaveda, science of music and dance and drama; and Artha Veda is science of military, science of economy, science of politics, science of law, science of judiciary; and Gandhara Veda is science of music. And so these are the 5 Vedas we have. Shilpaveda is a science of architecture. So these are the 5 Vedas we have. These are the 5 auxiliary Vedas we have in our Indian knowledge system. So thank you.